Welcome to the Strictly Free Game Podcast. I'm your host, Sean Waller, also known as Sean, your realtor. Whatever you want to call me, just make sure you call me. Listen, when I first started this podcast, I always wanted to do things like this. It never was really about real estate for me. It was always about entrepreneurs and people that I know that are entrepreneurs that come from where I come from. And who's better off to start with my guy that I've known, damn, I'm going to age the hell out of us, bro, for over 20-something years. We actually went to high school together. It is my birthday brother at the same time. I'm going to pivot it to you because I don't even know what you want the people to call you. Just make sure they call
Like I said, as long as they call me, you know what I mean? Over here in New York, they call me LAYZIE. And in DR, I go by the name of Gigi. That's the name they gave me out there, so I roll with it.
That's what's up.
That's what's up. And I like it. It's cool.
There you go.
You got to reinvent yourself sometimes.
Always got to reinvent yourself, bro. As life goes on, we always reinvent ourselves. So speaking about reinventing yourself, I'm glad that you even said that. You kind of reinvented yourself. We're sitting right here. When we went to high school together, I just remember you being nice with drawing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I used to do my little artsy shit. You know?
Little, used to be dope with it. Hence the murals on the wall. What got you to being an entrepreneur? How did you pivot into that part of life?
Well, you know, it was just being tired of, you know, doing street shit. You know, no, there's nothing in the streets, you know, so I figured I needed to do something with my life. So I started in my garage, man, tattooing in my garage. I got my boy who's a tattoo artist. Shout out to my boy Roy. Roy Tattoo. I put him in my garage so I could see what the fuck he's doing. You know what I mean? I could curse and something. Yeah, so I could see what he's doing. He thought it was bullshit, and I told him, yo, I'm gonna set up my garage, a nice little tattoo studio, because he was tattooing in his cousin's living room. Okay. He also worked at a shop too, but you know, tattoo artists, they like to do this shit on the side so they can get their bread. So I told him I'm gonna set up a nice little studio in my garage. He was like, go for it. He thought I was bullshit. You know, I ain't playing. I set that shit up nice, a little, you know, just like how you see a little table with his name. You know, I got the vinyl cutters and shit, put tattoos by Roy. And he came there, he thought I was bullshit. He was like, wow, this is dope. So he started working there. So me watching him, what he's doing, and I was always an artist, so he know that I was an artist. So he used to hand me the machine while he was tagging. The customers didn't even know.
Really?
Yeah, bro, all types of shit, man. So I learned basically, like, you know, the basics of tattooing. And that's times with coils, like, because, you know, learning with him, I never stopped learning. Mm-hmm. I just keep learning, you know, and advance myself. We use different machines now.
That's dope. So what was the first business? So after you left the garage, when did you go
I used
into
to
the
be
shop?
in my garage for a minute, saving my money. From my garage, I moved into my house.
Okay.
So in front of my house, I had a little spot where, you know, it's the front of the crib where you got a window, so everybody drove by, they'll see me working. So
through the window?
Yeah, so I used to have cars. So I used to hand out cars, and, you know, there's a light right in front of my house. So when they see it, they beat the horn, and I'm like, I just go out, give them a card real quick, and I continue working. And from there, I was, you know, started building. And people that know me, they know that I was, like you said, I was always an artist. Yeah. So from when I was practicing, it was never hard for me to get, like, canvas. Motherfuckers like, yo, go ahead, do whatever you want. Yeah. I'm like, yo, you know I'm starting, right? they didn't give a fuck, because, you know, they trusted me, and I did a lot of fucked up shit. I don't even want to look at it. But, you know.
So you got to start somewhere.
Yeah, you got to start somewhere. That's just the way it goes. So from there, I was just saving my money, and I had got the opportunity to buy a business, which was my first barbershop that I have. Mm-hmm. And in that shop, it has 2 sections. So I had planned out, like, you know, I didn't want to be in front of my house. I wanted to be like in a storefront. Mm-hmm. So from there, you know, I went, the guy was selling his business. I bought the business, put it under my name, you know. It's, you know, it's something, because I didn't know nothing about barbershop. Yeah. Nothing about barbering. I did cut hair, you know, but like to own a barber, like run a barber school.
Run it, yeah.
I didn't know shit about that. But, you know, I actually went to barber school because the guy who sold me the business, he tried to do some funny business, whatever. So I had to end up getting my barber license and to be official. So, you know, I did that. So now I knew about the barbering industry, the barber game, you know, the business, how it goes. You know, I learned about that shit when I went to barber school. Mm-hmm. And I had my little studio on the side. So I was doing my tattoos.
You were still doing the tattoos while you had the barbershop?
Right. But I wasn't cutting hair. I was just, because you need to be a master barber. And here in New York, there needs to be a master barber to own to have a shop.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay. Mm-hmm. So, all right, so you bought the barbershop. You said you was cutting hair, but you weren't a master barber.
Yeah, I was cutting Tony's. Remember back in the day?
Oh, yeah. I remember that.
Bullshit, like, you know, like.
Yeah. So when you bought the shop, you had to hire a master barber to actually be in the shop? Because you said you have to
Well, when I bought the business, I was buying the business with the master barber license. Oh, so that's what I'm saying. He did funny business. He took that. So I had to get my own shit.
Got you.
So I had to pay to go to barber school and to get my master barber. Also, you need a barbershop license as well. Mm-hmm. You know, you need this few licenses you need to open up a barbershop.
Oh, I didn't know that.
There's a barbershop license, and you need a master barber license, and you need you know, your tax shit, and you also need the license from the state.
Oh,
the state and there's city. No, state and there's you know, fuck I'm talking about.
The state.
There's this. The state gets you.
On the federal.
And the federal.
Federal.
Right.
Yeah,
federal
yeah.
and state.
Yeah.
Two motherfuckers.
Two that we can never run from, right?
Yeah, how the fuck can I get the feds? Yeah, the fucking federal. So you need those two type of bullshit. But once you get that, that's it.
What shop did you have? Like, did the barbers come over with you?
Yeah, I bought the business with the barbers. Some of them left. My brother used to work at this shop, so I was familiar with some of the barbers. I was familiar with the people, you know, but it's a different culture. You know, this is a Guyanese neighborhood. So I had to just let them stick with their, you know, I can't come there change their culture. You know, if they want to listen to the Indian music, listen to your Indian music. I know it's my business, but if you want the business to run right, you know, this is their culture, you got to let it rock.
Yeah, let it rock.
Even if all day is bothering you, whatever, man. I used to be in my own side. I used to be tattooing, and that's from that shop I had to learn how to do piercings because a lot of people used to come in and ask for a body, and I'm like, damn, I need to learn this shit. And like everything else, I teach myself. I, you know, read shit, look at tutorials, and I buy everything. I set up like I'm ready.
You're ready doing it.
Like I'm ready doing it. And when somebody walked in, my first piercings was nipple piercings, and I did them shits good.
Your first one? What?
My first, she said, you do piercings? I said, yeah. She said, you done nipples? I'm like, yeah. I lied. I'm like, yeah. Because I did it so many times in my head. Like, I watched so many videos, bro. I'm like, I know I could do that shit. And I did it like I said, it was simple. And from there, it was just, you know, all piercings to me are the same thing. Well, some are more difficult, and that's why I charge more. Like being in the mouth.
Yeah.
Those piercings are more difficult, but once you know what you're doing, it's simple, man.
Nah, man, that makes sense. And I'm gonna pivot to another thing, right? So I recently, my cousin she does like a program, right? So she has kids that are in like halfway houses. Okay. And she asked me to get on a Zoom with them like right before their graduation, like someone in there for like, they beat murder charges, all types of crazy shit. So I was actually on that 2 weeks ago. And when I'm talking to the kids, I started asking them where they're from, and there was like 5 of them from the neighborhood. Oh, yeah? Like South Jamaica. So I'm like, damn, you know what I mean? So, and one of the questions that they had me on there for was like, how did you know you wanted to become an entrepreneur, and what are the downfalls of it, and what are the benefits of it? So,
well, I knew I wanted to become an entrepreneur when I was working like regular 9 to 5s. It wasn't for me. I used to work at Burger King. I used to hate that shit, but I was good at it.
Yeah.
I got fired 5 times and they called me back. They kept firing me and calling me back like, nah, we need this motherfucker, he's good. No, real shit. I still remember the Whopper board and all that stupid shit, but it wasn't for me. I like my own time. So when the days are nice outside and I'm working and motherfuckers outside, even though motherfuckers ain't doing shit, but you know, it's just like you gotta be here. I never liked that. I used to work at the mall. You know, I had a couple of jobs, man. And then when I started working I worked for my boy Walter. Shout out to Walter, Zach Adoran. He had a next door spot. Remember on Rockaway?
Yeah, I think I was just talking about.
Well, I used to work for him, and he's like me. He's an entrepreneur, you know. He had his own shop, and he was the coolest boss I ever had. And so I used to go late all the time. He didn't care. I did my job, though. Because he was so cool, I did shit that he never asked me to do. You know what I mean? He never bitched or nothing. And I always said to myself, if I ever become a boss, I'm going to be like that motherfucker.
Yeah.
You know, and as a kid, I used to always chill in shops. My brother was a barber. You know, I used to always chill in barbershops. I never knew I would own a barbershop or own a few barbershops. But that was just where I used to stay at, chill at in barbershops, Tony's shop, you know. And that's just the spot you used to chill at, you know. And I used to always look at shops and be like, yo, if I own one, this real shit though. Like when I was young, I'm like, if I had a shop, I'd do some shit like this.
You always had that vision.
Right.
Yeah.
I used to walk every day from school. Sometimes I walked down Liberty from Adams, you know what I mean? And I used to look at shops and just look at business, never wanting to own a business, you get what I'm saying? But you always say like, yo, if I had a business, I would do this or do some shit like that. And I guess
it's all about the vision, bro. It's all about, you're a visionary. So what would be if you could give 3 tips to someone young, older, that's looking to become an entrepreneur, what would be the 3 things you would tell them how to start it and what to look for as they're doing it?
Save your money. It's the first tip I could say is just save all your money. Stop buying the bullshit. These kids, they caught up in this fucked up culture. They want to buy Gucci and all this fucking foreign bullshit. That shit don't matter, bro. Yeah. So that's the first step is just save your money and know how to manage your money. Because my family's not rich. People think I come from, you know, not poverty shit. I had a roof over my head. I had food to eat. But you know, I ain't have allowance. Motherfuckers get allowance. That's a startup right there. That's money that you can start off being a kid. I didn't get that.
Nah,
so
same.
I had to start saving my money from working and hustling, you know, shit like that. So that's how save your money, man. Save your money, and if you want to do something that you like to do. Get into something that you really like to do. You feel me? That's how I look at it, because it's like, I like tattoos. This is my barbershop is, you know, you gotta be fresh. You know? I don't like cutting hair. Yeah. But like I said, it's a culture thing, man. I like barbershops. It's my shit. I know how to run the business. So, you know. I
always say barbers, that's the one, you know how everybody keeps saying like AI is gonna replace a lot of things? Yeah. Being a barber is one thing that they can never replace.
Another thing too, man, what I like about barbering, the way I run my business is because I never act like a boss. You can ask any of the motherfuckers that work for me, they don't feel like I'm the boss. Because when you pay me rent, you a boss.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? So I let you know, use your own boss, bro. As long as you respect the business, respect the, you know what I mean? You can do what the fuck you want to do, bro. Don't give a fuck. Yeah. So I let them know that, like, we all bosses here, man. Ain't nobody workers and this is the boss. I just own the business and shit, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, everybody's their own boss, man. I never try to play boss role with nobody. I let everybody level up. And if I try to motivate, people take it the wrong way though, the way I motivate motherfuckers, because you know I talk a lot of shit. You know, they're like, yo, this nigga talk a lot of shit. It's just me motivating, man. If I'm wasting my energy on you, it's because I give a fuck about you. You know what I mean? But people don't see it that way.
That's that Capricorn energy, bro. That's how we express it. That's a fact. Real shit. That's a fact. So you're speaking basically what you're saying is you created like a culture in your shop, right?
Yeah, I could say it.
Yeah. So but everybody's pretty much an independent contractor. They're their own bosses. But how do you keep them motivated as far as like coming, because independent contractor, you come and go as you want. Like no one can really tell you how to come and go in the shop. Do you have like a certain structure that you give the guys, or you just?
No, I mean, it's a hustle, man. Everything's a hustle. They got to pay that rent. So you lay back doing shit in the shop, they ain't gonna pay no rent. So you know, they see me, if they see me making moves and doing work in it, I gotta be doing the same shit. You feel me? If I'm coming to the shop and I'm sweeping up and I'm cleaning up my toilet, I'm the owner of this shit, and I'm doing that. Y'all do the same shit. It should be no, and that's the shit. I got my shop in DR.
We was gonna get to that. Yeah,
right,
let's talk about it.
You know, I do shit out there, and people look at me like, yo, why you don't get somebody to do that for you? Why? If I could do it myself. You get what I'm saying? And so people, oh, you cheap. No, I'm not cheap, motherfucker. I could do it. I got time to do it. Shit, I'm going to do it. Like, fuck. But people think, oh, because you got money, that's how people don't
that's how you don't keep money.
That's how you stay broke. You want to fucking pay somebody to fucking sweep up the front. Oh, I do the shit myself.
Yeah.
But people think because you got this image, because they see me with my gold on, I'm a boss and all that I can't do work like that. They got shit figured. They got this shit twisted.
That's how people get.
I get my hands dirty, man. That's how I actually really got the name LAYZIE, man. The LAYZIE, also because I was a Bone Thug fan, but at the end of the day, LAYZIE comes from because I put in the work. So it's like oxymoron, man.
I was about to say that. They called you lazy because you put in the work.
I put in work. I'm not lazy at all. I fucking wake up early every day, man.
There you go.
And that's another tip number 2.
Tip number 3.
Tip number 3. Yeah. Wake the fuck up early. That's the problem. Motherfuckers wake up late. Wake up early, get a lot of shit done early in the morning. Figure you gotta have a plan. People just want this, they want to do this, but they don't got a fucking plan.
Yeah.
And they don't got no way to try to. This is crazy, man. People, you gotta really, if you got a plan to do something, go for it. Because at the end of the day, the more work you put in it, it's gonna happen.
The more you want to get out of it.
That's a fact.
Let's talk about DR, because you just open up some shops in DR. What made you say, you know what? Because right now we're in Queens. What made you say I'm gonna take my business from Queens? I'm gonna go.
All right, well, you know I do Airbnb here as well.
Yes.
I do Airbnb. So I Airbnb a few rooms in my house. So when I went to DR, I went on a vacation. I broke up with my, it was like one of those, fuck that, I need a vacation on my own. So I went to Sousa. Didn't know what the fuck was going on over there. I didn't know, how it was over there. I didn't know it was a lot of tourism going on. I booked the Airbnb. And something about, man, us Capricorns, we get good vibes, man. So when I went over there, I met this the old dude named Martin. And Martin, he's motherfucker, it's a rich dude, got 2 big plazas full of apartments.
Nice.
One of the apartments that I'm renting Airbnb is his, but he's not my host. You get what I'm saying? So I'm like, "What? You the old man? You own all this shit?" The guy, we spoke for like 2 hours, man. He took me to his house, showed me how he's living, boom, boom, and told me, like he hit not the lotto. He was casino with a little bit. He started building, and look where he's at now.
Yeah.
So he motivated me just in life. But anyway. So I'm like, he's telling me that he has 2 apartments available. So I'm like, get the fuck out of here. Yo, I could do my Airbnb. Because like I said, I do it in New York.
Yeah.
So I'm like, yo, let me see them. And he showed it to me. And the funny shit is the money that I had for vacation, to spend on vacation, that shit went on rent. Word of my mother, bro. I'm out there vacation. This is money to blow. And I'm like, damn, fuck that. I see the vision because the apartments are old. They tacky, but paint that shit up. They got IKEA. I buy most of my furniture IKEA. You know.
Oh, they got IKEA out there?
Yeah, they got IKEA. So affordable. So I ordered. I made it look nice. I put my artwork on the wall. That was my first condo. And then I got a next one. But I gave it to my man. So I'm not a hater. My man wanted to do it. He wanted to get his feet wet with the Airbnb. Yeah. So I said, you can have that one. It's still mine though. You know what I mean? But he's getting money off that one.
Yeah,
So whatever. So I still, was doing my Airbnb over there. So like I said, with the money, I ended up fixing up the apartment, buying shit, making it nice. Then I listed. And then when I came back, when I started realizing the Dominican culture, because I'm Dominican, but I haven't been tuned in to my people.
Yeah.
So I'm like, damn, this shit, everybody got tattoos. Everybody. And piercings. I didn't know that shit.
I didn't notice that, yeah.
Bro, tattoos in their face, their neck, all type of crazy shit. I'm like, nah, man. Back in the days, that shit's taboo. You got a tattoo in Dominican Republic, you are automatically a criminal. You a prisoner. Really? They think the negative, but that's slowly changing though. Because the way it is now, it's like everybody's tatted. So I'm like, damn, I wonder what's going on. Where the tattoo shops? So I started checking out the shops, and I'm like, nah, they ain't doing it the right way. They ain't doing it the right way. You feel me? I don't want to get too much into that, but they just wasn't doing it the right way, and they wasn't catering to my Dominicans. You feel what I'm saying? The shop that was official was catering more to like European tourism type shit. I mean, not even our people type shit. So I'm like, nah, I gotta come change this shit. So again, I'll go over there with some money that I had from my apartment to buy some shit, and I ended up with that money. Because where I used to eat my breakfast every morning, there's a nice plaza, and I used to say, damn, that spot would be nice for a tattoo shop.
A lot of traffic?
Yeah, it's just the way it's the way the plaza is set up, and everything was clean. It was clear. Everything was white inside, but it never had a for rent sign. But when I went that time, it said for rent.
Oh, that was a sign.
Yeah, I called right there.
That was a sign.
Right there. The lady's office was right on top of that place. She came, opened that door right there, took pictures.
Wow.
I said, listen, I'm gonna come. I gave her bread that same day.
Wow.
That's another thing. You can't. A lot of people talk. You gotta do this shit. You just do it.
Just do it.
You got plans. You gotta you gotta go for it, man. Because sitting on your ass, bro. I set up that shop quick. I surprised myself, like, damn, man.
But you had the blueprint because you knew how to do it from here.
That's what I do is, but blueprint. I'm glad you say something. I really do like somewhat like a blueprint.
Do you?
I take pictures of the shop when it's empty on my iPad.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And I'll draw it out how I want my shit, how I lay it out. And it's the same way it's laid out now. All these shops, I laid it out first.
Really?
Either on paper.
Yeah.
Like I do the top, like how you see a blueprint. And how I want this. I want the station's going to be here, boom, boom. That's exactly what I do, man. Oh, real shit. All my shops, I lay it out just like that. That's on my iPad, I smoke my blunt. Get busy, man.
Nah, that's fire, bro. Damn.
But that's how I lay out all my. It's like my own little blueprint of, and then you got to write down what you spending money on, what you got to buy, and all that. All that shit, man. You got to add it up.
Yeah.
If it don't make dollars, it ain't making sense.
It ain't making sense. As far as being an entrepreneur, you also have to know when to hire and when to fire, right? And that's usually always the biggest hurdle.
So when I'm out there, when I open up my shop, now I open up my shop in Sousa. I'm like, damn, I got to get me some workers. So I don't know nobody. I started a whole team over there, man, and I love it over there.
I see the vibes. I mean, if you got to follow my guy on IG, you got to follow.
And I had, I got a good team now, man. Thank God I got a really good team, and never no issues. They don't call me, no drama, nothing. Yeah. My money's always there. They ain't jerking me, none of that shit. Because, when you do business, man, treat people good. Yeah. Treat people like the way you want to be treated. and that pays off, man. Because I leave here, I be gone months.
I noticed that.
Months, bro.
With both spaces.
Right. So
yeah.
who you think taking care of my shit? My peoples, the people that really fuck with me, and they want the best for me. They don't want motherfuckers jerking me and shit.
Yeah.
Everybody pays me their rent. I never come back to no bullshit, man. This is all principles, man. But if I was a fucking greasy ass boss or one of them niggas playing boss all the time, man, fuck this nigga. You know what I'm saying? It's just the way it is, man. I never play boss ever, man. I'm the most humblest dude you can fucking meet, bro.
I know. I mean, I've known you for years, bro. And like I said, we both have the same birthday, so we always had like the same kind of vibe. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Low key, stay to themselves.
He was there when Shorty shot me down and that all the time, man. So I heard my favorite, fuck you, bitch. Look where I'm at now. You remember that? I don't know if you remember that. I was like, this bitch. Yo, and I spoke to real nice and all that. She's like, what the fuck you want, nigga? Oh, shit. In front of everybody, I'm like, oh, this bitch shot me down.
But look at you that.
That's the past, man. It is what it is, man. That motivated me.
It made you the man that you are today.
Right. So thank you, mommy. That motivated.
Yo, bro. You are my guy for real. If we can leave this with one message that you could give to anybody, right? You gave a lot of gems already. What would be like the key message that you could just, if people have to remember you 20 years from now, what would they remember about LAYZIE?
Man, that I was cool, man. I treat people right, and I was fair, and I like to helping people. You know, people. You see how people be doing that shit, filming shit, handing out money, helping. I do that shit in the all day. You know, I'm never filming that shit.
I never understood.
It's like, because if you want to help somebody off the strength of love, man, don't do this shit trying to catch a stunt, trying to get likes. This shit is whack, man. I don't know, but I feel like I've been blessed because I do look out, man. I've been fucked over many times looking out for motherfuckers, but yo, that's life, man. You know who to fuck with. And then you learn from that shit too. So I just say, just be honest too, man. Don't be fake. Be you. Be honest, and that shit gets you far in life.
That's a fact.
Real shit. That's how I look at it, man. I go anywhere, bro. I don't gotta run for nobody. I'm me, bro. I'm not worried about nobody. I don't give a fuck. Like,
ever look over my shoulder?
I'm not no tough guy. I'm not trying to plan to be a gangster nigga. Nah, nigga. But what the fuck I gotta fear next man for? Like,
that's a
fuck
fact.
out of here, man.
That's a fact. They hate because it's envy, man. It's a lot of envy.
Man, that's our culture. Maybe we gotta change that.
Yeah, that's a fact. I'm gonna leave it with one note. And this is why I've been leaving all my podcasts with. And I already know your answer because I know you for so long. I think you already know what I'm going for. You know I'm going for it? I say I'm an 80s baby. You're 80s baby too. 80s baby. Hip hop raised me. If there was I already know a group, an artist, anyone in that you could backtrack to that would say, yo, this is the soundtrack to my life. Like, this is what got me to who I am right now. What would it be?
Man, I don't know, man.
I'm shocked you saying you don't know.
Who would you say would be?
Bone Thugs.
No, but yeah, well, that's the only group that I could say, yeah, man. Bone Thugs and Harmony, man. I met my nigga Lazy Bone.
Did you?
Bro, that's my dude. I could call the motherfucker.
Nah, get out of here.
He slept in my crib. My shorty cooked them breakfast and all that.
That's crazy.
Bro, that motherfucker could drink. Shout out to my boy Lazy Bone. Bro. So you know what's crazy though? I know we kind of ending this interview.
No, keep going, bro.
But you know what's crazy? That I met almost all my idols, bro. Like,
really?
Like, not really, like, growing up, I was a fan of Wink 1100. Shout out to Wink 1100. Bike, Rough Riders. I be getting busy on my bike.
Yeah.
But I used to watch this man's tapes religiously after school. And after St. Teresa. I'm not even talking about.
Oh, damn.
Like, what? Bro, I roll with him. I ride with him. He know me. You know what I mean? Like, I met all, like, people I used to look up to. I met them in real life, man. Lazy Bone. That's like I said, I got my name Lazy. He was in Tony's shop.
I remember that.
You know what I mean? And he was like, yo, Lazy, calling me. But he was like, yo. I'm like, yo, we going to have to do something. But he verified the name, so I don't give a fuck. Spelled the same way, Lazy. Lazy Love, though. You know what I mean? But like I said, I reinvented myself. It's Gigi now. I like Gigi because, Lazy's the old time shit.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
But
Bone Thugs and Harmony, I ain't gonna lie, that was one of my favorite groups because they had a different sound. Mm-hmm. Everybody was into the Jay-Z, Biggie, Nas shit, Bone Thugs had that harmonizing shit, which most people doing now.
Everybody's
doing
it now.
They jacking it now, but it was different. They come from struggle. Mm-hmm. They real shit. You know what I mean? They were artists for real, man. Because they would be they will exaggerate certain things, but that's an artist. I mean, how they told their stories and shit. The shit was, I feel like, it'd be
Bone Thugs. This is the 90s. This is no
Bone Thugs and Harmony.
How did you even find Bone Thugs and Harmony? Like, what was the first record that you heard?
Yo, Music Box?
Oh, yeah.
You know what the
But it
first,
is about,
the first one was from For the Love of Mine with Eazy-E. Because I used to like Eazy-E, I'm not gonna lie. I did like Eazy-E too. I don't know why, but I was an Eazy fan too. As a kid, I have older brothers, so you know what I mean. I'm watching these videos and shit. Eazy-E, we want Eazy. That was my shit with the J. Cole. Growing up, I'm like, y'all like this motherfucker. And when I saw For the Love of Money, I'm like, yo, who the fuck is? And I became a fan ever since. I had every album, man. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah,
every album, every feature, everything. I could say I was the biggest Bone Thugs and Harmony fan in New York City.
And I could probably definitely agree with that.
Had my afro, braids, and all that shit.
And that was before the internet, so you had to find those artists back then. Like, you know what I mean? They weren't like in your face.
Yo, right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you couldn't just like, that's what I was
It's to find music too.
Yeah, like, video music box. You had to watch
the CDs, man. I was buying soundtracks because motherfuckers was featured on the soundtrack.
Yeah.
Just like that. One song, my nigga. I bought a whole soundtrack. So, but yeah, I could say, you know, never a groupie, I was a fan. You know what I mean? 'Cause like I said, I chopped it up with LAYZIE. I met him one time doing a video with Damo and Dice and them. They was doing some shit, and we was shooting the video. Because, you know, I told you I was doing a little video.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, little thing, same. So we shot the video, and from there, we kicked the man, and he had came through and hit me up. Like, yo, I'm in New York, man. I picked the nigga up and all that. He chilled in my crib. Nigga drank a whole bottle of fucking Patron and Henny to the face. My nigga back smoking with this nigga.
That's
cool
crazy.
And singing his songs.
That's crazy.
Nah, I ain't gonna hold you. That was a good moment right there, man.
Nah, I can imagine.
And motherfucker, somebody, yo, I'm gonna go take a hotel, buy a hotel. That hotel, nigga, you better cash on my couch. Nigga, fucking wrong with you, nigga? You gonna cook you some good breakfast and all that in the morning.
That's
some
what's
split.
up.
And then I drove him to the airport. And, you know, that's real good vibe shit, man. You know, real nigga shit.
Life is interesting, man. That is dope.
Yeah, he's a real dude though. Shout out to my nigga Lazy Bone. Word.
Thanks. Yo, bro, I told you he was gonna be a natural with this. I told you he was
Nah,
gonna be a
man, you
natural.
know, it's just talking, man. It's just talking regular shit, though. Yo, you know, like, we didn't get to the I got Airbnbs in DR too.
Yes, yeah.
So I got 4 condos right now. I had 5, but now it's 4.
Oh, okay.
So you want to put my link?
Yeah, I was about to tell them let them know how to get in contact with you.
All that, you know, the links. I can send you the links.
Yeah, send me the links and everything.
Shit, but all right, cool. But yeah, you can check out my Airbnbs and my tattoo shop. I got official tattoo artists. All of them official.
What's the address to this shop?
This is 12707 Liberty Avenue.
Come holler at it.
I'm South Richmond Hill, Queens.
I appreciate you, bro. Thanks for being on the
And I got the barbershop next door, and we got another one that I'm closing the other one.
Oh yeah, you were talking about the other one.
Yeah, you know, landlords. Another thing with business, you got to also know when you're dealing with landlords. Certain landlords, they fucked up, man. They want 3 months rent from COVID, bro. Like,
oh really?
You're bugging. Like, where you want me to get this money from? You bugging? I didn't get no check, nothing. They ain't blessed me with nothing.
Yeah.
So they evicted me for that. So I'm like, fuck, I'm out of here. So, you know, I'd rather move them. It's 2 barbershops. Well, I'm going to have 2 barbers within 2 block radius. So might as well link them together. And whoever don't want to come on this side, yo, go your way. It's all love, man. So, yeah, so I'm closing that one. It's going to be 2 shops here and just 1 in DR right now. My Airbnb for now. But I'm trying to do the property out there.
We're going to do a part 2, though.
We're going to talk about that. Property.
I got you. I already got you. I'm coming to DR. I got to come to the shop. We're going to do a part 2 of that.
All right, that's what's
all right, my brother.
Yo,
I appreciate you, bro. Thank you so much for doing this. Make sure you like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. This is a dope podcast, dope interview with my brother, man. We out.
all right, my G.
Appreciate you, bro. I knew that was going to be dope, man.